everyone, this is a highly requested review on a comparison between these two bag organisers. The organiser to my left is by Cloversac and the one to my right is by Samorga. They are very different and people have been asking me about each of them, and I'm going to do a full-on comparison on the two. So first off, the Cloversac has a lot more stuff to it. There is an attachment which creates extra pockets, which the Samorga does have a model just like this one with this attachment, but on the Samorga it will be Velcro and it will be made of this thick felt material. On the Cloversac, the material is this textured, textured plastic coated by vinyl. So when you first get it, you have to add in these textured pieces, these plastic pieces. They are flexible and structured, and you have to put them in like this, which snap at the side. They go on each side, and ultimately create a full shape, which the Samorga has already, but this is slightly more rigid because of the plastic. It's less flexible. And this bottom piece creates a base shaper, but the Samorga does that anyway, just with felt. They both do the same thing because of the weight distribution, but the Cloversac is obviously, like I said, a little bit harder, more rigid. It is also heavier because of the extra pieces of plastic, especially when you put this in. This thing is not light, so putting it all together, there's two snap closures on the inside, and like I said, they come in different designs. The Samorga does have one just like this with an insert, and the Cloversac does weigh quite a bit more. The Samorga is the lightest bag organiser I've ever owned, so it still beats Cloversac in the area of weight. I'll take this out just so I can make a comparison of the interior for you. As you can see, the interior of the Cloversac is vinyl. There's 3 different compartments on one side, ranging from a short to a tall, and then on the other side there's mesh compartments. Just mind you though, it sticks to a very square shape, whereas the Samorga kind of fills out better to a more natural shape. It is quite plush and full. It can be square, it can be round, but the point is Samorga will kind of bend to the material of whatever your bag shape is, which this one kind of, because it's rigidity, it remains square. On the outside there are 2 pockets on one side and 1 large pocket on the other side, and on the Samorga there is 1 large pocket, which is the side itself, and 2 pockets, so quite similar. Mind you, this is almost a year old and this one is brand new, so this one's a bit dirtier, so sorry about that. I will stuff them the same just so you can see the difference between them. So firstly, let's do Samorga. Or actually, let's do Cloversac. So you can, that's my makeup bag. This is the Muji makeup bag. This is my Longchamp inspired bag. This is my wallet, my Adele. Okay. And this is my clé pochette in monogram. And then this is my card holder. I'm gonna show you what happens to the Cloversac when you stuff it. Because of the hard plastic lining, it distorts. So, and you can't do anything about that because of the rigid plastic. So it goes wonky and it can create bumps in your bag. I will show you what I mean when I put this inside. So we're going to place this inside of the Speedy 30. And the snap. Okay, I'm done. Okay. Because of the rigid plastic material, it can create these bumps on the canvas. So just to let you know, this is what happens when you fill up your Cloversac. So I'm saying Cloversac is not bad in quality, but because of the design, it is prone to having this issue. And by the way, I'm not affiliated with either company. This is just based on my own experience. On the downside, Cloversac is double the price of the, Samorga is double the price of the Cloversac. Cloversac, this one is around $20. The Samorga will be around $40 to $50, depending on what you order. But for these particular styles, yeah, this one's double the price of that. However, I love this organizer. It's still, this is not bad, but like I said, my main issue is the distortion and of the bag, of the actual organizer, and it creates those bumps in the bag. So let's stuff this the exact same way. We're going to put the Adele on the side. We're going to put the cards on one end, the clay on the other, the makeup bag, and the Longchamp inspired bag. You see? Look at the shape. No wonkiness, no distortion. We will put this inside of the Speedy. And as you can see, there's a lot less weird bumpiness going on. You're obviously going to get some, shape because it is canvas, it's going to mold, but there's no wonkiness going on, there's no distortion going on, there's no weird bump sticking out of your bag. It's quite normal. And this is the organizer that's stuffed. So that is the major difference between them. Also, these buttons here tend to undo. So you've got to I've had to reclose them every now and then, and this tends to fall out a bit, so you've got to kind of push it in. I feel like although the idea of this organizer is nice, they want to kind of create, there's mesh clear pockets, and they want to create this structure with the base, because without it, it's very soft and kind of flimsy. It kind of needs this. But the good thing about the Samorga is because of the thick felt, it's almost a hybrid between something rigid and something very soft. It's in between. And I think the material of this is just ingenious. It's really, really good. It's just flexible. It's soft forming, and it never distorts and creates weird shapes, but it's still structured. So you get extra rigidity and structure with this, but so structured where you see it bends and gets wonky. And then all the extra pieces I find a bit gimmicky. It could have easily been built in this way, but perhaps they wanted to, I don't know, maybe for travel purposes, when you want it flattened, you can do that. But I mean, with these, you can just completely flatten them or puff them out. I just find this material just amazing. I used to recommend other organisers when I thought that was the best one, but honestly this has been my absolute favourite, and this has never let me down. This has held up better than any other one I've used. But if you don't want to spend that extra money, then yeah, this one would be the way to go, because I mean, it's not bad, but it is very, you know, with all these extra bits and having a lot going on, it's quite busy, and it can get a bit annoying, because when this comes undone, this starts falling out, and then this starts coming out, and then you've got to stuff it back in, and it's just a bit, you know, I think the material kind of loses out when it comes to the organizer. This just feels so good, and there's a reason why every girl that has one completely swears by this. But yeah, they're both good organisers, and I just wanted to do a comparison and show you how each of them compare. But I've told you the reasons why this is still my favourite. But I do thank Cloversac for sending this to me to try, and I've given my honest review 100%. Samorga has never sent me a free organiser, yet I continue to buy from them even though they're double the price of this. I feel this will last much longer, and it's just so much easier to use. I can't recommend it enough. Anyway, I hope I've helped some of you make your decision, and thank you very much for watching. Bye.